Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. We're with Kate Bullis from downtown Galesburg. Kate, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give us a little background on you, Kate. Where did you grow up? And let's talk about your career up until this point with the Downtown Association.
All right. Well, I am born and raised here in Galesburg, just outside of town, actually, small country school. And then I left for Indianapolis at 18 to go to Butler University. I actually ended up dropping out of Butler and started my own business, childcare business, and did that for about 8 years. And then I went back to school in my late 20s for event and tourism management, and then finished there and ran an event venue in downtown Indy for a little while. And then I moved home. So
very good. What was it that kept pulling you back into the event side?
Even when I was doing the childcare thing, what I did, it was called Your Child, My World. And I would plan children's areas at music festivals. And I would also do birthday party planning for children. And so planning has always been in my nature. Event planning has always been in my nature. And so it just kind of took different forms.
Yeah, no, that works. All right, so tell us about some of the events that downtown Galesburg has going on this year, specifically spring and summer, if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So the organization that I run is called Downtown Community Partnership of Galesburg. We are a nonprofit business association developing a cultural district in downtown Galesburg that will help drive people to our businesses. We do that through creating engaging opportunities, events, festivals, that kind of stuff to drive foot traffic downtown. And honestly, for me, it's more when I chose to make my hometown my forever home, I really wanted to have that exciting music life and entertainment life that I had in Indianapolis. So I just kind of brought it with me. We really don't kick off until the season turns. So over the summer, we do Cafe in the Park once a month, which is a free event. You can come and buy food at the vendors, and then we have a free musical act as well as a free children's area, and that's every month over the summer. Coming up in February, this is our only kind of first quarter of, and that is a 2-day event that we host. This will actually only be the second year that Downtown Community Partnership has hosted this event.
What does that look like?
So, what it looks like now. So the Galesburg Historical Society has hosted the Chocolate Festival for the better part of 30 years. I believe 2019 was their last year hosting it, and that was their 33rd year. It used to look very much like a potluck. So, friends and families that were helping support the Galesburg Historical Society bring chocolate goodies, and it was very much like a potluck and ticket sales over 2 days. So they actually stopped hosting it because they didn't have the manpower to execute the event anymore to be a successful event. And then the pandemic happened. So 2020 and 2021, there was no chocolate festival. My organization stepped up and told the Historical Society we would love to host the event for them. And so we took over, and this year, 2022, back in February, was our first time hosting. We have changed things a little bit. So Saturday is a semi-formal event that's hosted in the evening from 7 to 10. We have the Memphis Dives coming in this year to play for us. And it's a little bit like cocktail attire. It's a little bit fancier. We have alcohol vendors coming in to do special chocolate cocktails and mocktails, and so it's a 21 and above semi-formal event. Just a good reason to get dressed up in the middle of winter, when there's nothing else going on. So that's the Saturday portion, adults only. And then Sunday is our family friendly version, which is hosted during the day. I have to pull up the time exactly. That's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we have a children's area. There's usually a kids activity. And then we have Mr. Charlie, who's a deadhead, coming to play for us on that Sunday event. And so Saturday's event is a $25 ticket, and Sunday's event is a $10 ticket. And we do this in partnership with the Galesburg Historical Society to help as one of their major fundraisers.
So. Oh, that sounds great. Chocolate festivals. They should have that at least 3 times a year.
You say that until you go to a chocolate festival and you get through 2 days of chocolate and you're like, wait, I actually don't think I need chocolate again until next year.
There's a bit of chocolate in every cup of coffee that I have. So yeah.
Okay. Maybe you're that one that's like, actually 3 times a year is good.
I would play chocolate festivals year round. Absolutely.
I understand
Very
that.
good. So Kate, what is it about people that you thrive on in providing them an environment to gather together? What is that?
First of all, our relationships with people is everything. So, whether it's, I own a paint shop, whether it's selling a can of paint to somebody, give a new experience, is these relationships that we connect with people. And part of making my hometown my forever home and raising my children here is this idea of it takes a village, and we're all in it together, and we're all going to share our knowledge and make these experiences even bigger. And I think creating an engaging, safe space for all aspects of our community to be able to come together is really important to us, really important to me. And then, of course, my organization reflects that as well. And it's just, there's nothing quite like being on the other side of an event, right? You put all your heart and soul into it, and it just, even with any flaws that may happen during it, it fills your heart and soul in a way that not a lot else can. So yeah, I just really enjoy that.
I works good. Okay, so speaking of paint, love the color behind you. Is that a soft eggshell?
Actually, no, that would be a satin that you see on the wall behind me.
So it gently reflects the light, but it's not blinding to the camera. Very well done.
Yes. Good this is my perfect Zoom spot right here.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. All right, so Kate, I'm a live music guy. I'm in live entertainment full time. So I always ask these 2 questions because they matter the most to me.
Okay.
What is the best concert you've ever seen in your entire life?
Oh gosh, that's so hard. I spent years and years just in the music scene in Indianapolis, so that's very difficult. I have 2. My number one memory of a concert that will stick with me for my entire life, it's ingrained in my brain, this picture, was probably 2012-ish, somewhere in there, Humphreys McGee, and they're not even in my top 10 favorite bands, but they were playing at the White River in Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis, and at the same time as the show, there was a natural lightning show happening in the sky behind the stage. So as Humphreys is crescendoing in one of their songs and they hit their peak, I'm not even kidding, the sky lights up with spider vein lightning at the exact same time. And it was just one of those spiritual moments at a concert. There's no replacing it. And luckily one of the photographers actually grabbed that picture, so it exists out there. So it's it wasn't just made up in my head, but that concert and that light show,
the overall experience of it. Yeah. Tough.
Oh, it was, and like I said, Humphreys isn't even in my top 10 favorites, but that show will be with me forever.
All right. You could bring one musical act, dead or alive, to Galesburg. Who would you bring?
That's so hard for me. So I grew up on the Beatles. I'm a Beatles girl. I'm paraphernalia, et cetera, et cetera. And Jack Johnson's kind of my heart and soul today that I listen to all the time, but I wouldn't bring either of those. Honestly, I think something new for Galesburg, along the lines of a Beats Antique or a large instrumental group. Oh, that one's hard. I've been thinking about it ever since you sent me this list, and I was like, that one's so hard for me. Bringing to Galesburg, honestly, I would love to see Jack Johnson here, but it would be crazy, right?
No, absolutely. That's good. That's a great one as it goes through there. Kate, how do people find out more about the events that you have going on there with the Downtown Partnership and Alliance?
Yeah. So, of course, there's always our website, dcpofgalesburg.org. And that can kind of show you our general list of events and direct you to specific event pages and that type of thing. Of course, you can find us on Facebook as well, Downtown Community Partnership of Galesburg. Same with Eventbrite, which is where we do all of our ticket sales. You can just search Downtown Community Partnership on Eventbrite and it'll pull up all of our events.
Okay, very good. Kate, thanks for being on with us today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.